Hey guys, what's up? I figured after doing my horror collection a few weeks ago, I would do a science fiction film collection, just because that was so much fun before. I actually have less films than I thought, as opposed to having more films than I thought when I had my horror collection. But still, it's a good chunk of my collection is sci-fi. So let's get on with this. I have two box sets I want to show first before I get to the actual individual releases. And I think they're pretty common. This one definitely is because it came out a couple years ago and it's been extremely cheap. And that is, if I can get it there, the Alien Anthology, which is all four films in the Alien, I guess, universe, not including Prometheus recently, and then the Alien vs. Predator movies, which I don't even consider to be that great of movies. Anyway, I paid like $75 for this when it came out in 2009. And at the time, I had just started my collection. I had only had a couple of movies at the time. And I thought 75 bucks or 70 bucks, something like that, wasn't a bad price because it was four movies and they were going for about, $25 a piece, brand new anyway. So yeah, and honestly, I used a Best Buy gift card if I recall correctly. So I didn't technically pay for this, but I used an entire, like, $80 gift card from Best Buy. And, just on looking at it in retrospect, it's been 20 bucks regularly on Amazon and Best Buy since then, so it's a little lame, but I'm okay with it. And my last box set is actually one that rarely ever goes on sale, and that is the Star Wars Complete Saga. I suppose this is 6 films as opposed to 4 films, but this is pretty much regularly like 80 bucks. I think I've seen it as low as 65 bucks, maybe, but it is almost always in the 70s, and I got it for about 75. Once again, using a Best Buy gift card that I got for my birthday. So I didn't pay full price for this either, but this one I don't think ever goes on lower than 70. But anyway. So let's get on with the actual individual releases, and let's start it off with one of my ones with the case I bought from Metrock, I think, on Blu-ray.com. That is 9 with the cool case. Pretty neat. I've only watched this movie once. I remember thinking it was interesting, and definitely, sci-fi in that it's very, strange, and the atmosphere is different, and it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and yeah, I wasn't really sure what else to put this in. Well, I guess I could put it in animation, but I have a very small animation selection. But anyway. Another Earth. I just got this a few months ago. I've only watched this once, and I watched it on HBO, so I haven't watched this Blu-ray yet. But I thought this was a very cool premise about another Earth being seen in the distance, like similar in distance to the moon, I believe. And I just thought that was a really cool premise, and it was a really cool movie. I mean, it was a little, you could tell it was kind of a small budget, but very neat premise. I recommend checking it out. This Blu-ray was like 15 bucks when I bought it, and that was the cheapest I'd ever seen it. It's usually in the 20 range. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Next one is a movie that everyone has, Avatar. I've only watched this movie once, maybe twice in pieces, and I was unimpressed, personally. I did not see it in the theater, and I have not seen it in 3D, so I guess, I could be biased. And this is just the movie. There's no special features or anything. So, I probably should see it again, possibly in 3D, but on my initial viewing, I thought it was only average. I mean, obviously the special effects were good, but anyway, I don't want to get into a heated debate about Avatar. Next, The Arrival, which was a $5 title from Walmart. I have not watched this yet. Well, the Blu-ray. I watched the movie a long time ago. Actually, what year is this? Yeah, I watched this on, like, VHS back in '96. I don't think there's any special features in here, is there? No, there's not. But The Arrival, back before Charlie Sheen was batshit crazy. Or wasn't as noticeable. Attack the Block. Very cool movie about a bunch of thugs in London that get kind of attacked by some alien creatures that land in their area or their block that they try to defend. Really cool premise, well acted actually, about a bunch of unknowns that I'd never heard of anyway. Besides, what's his name? Fucking the guy from Simon Pegg movies, Nick Frost. But yeah, I didn't know any of these people, and they did a pretty good job. It was a pretty good movie. I recommend it. I think it's on Netflix now. Maybe not. Next, I only started this movie. Never finished it, though. Babylon A.D. It looked interesting. I've heard it wasn't very good, but I don't know if that applies to the theatrical cut or if it's this uncut version. So yeah, I don't know. But I haven't finished it, and it seemed okay, but I don't know anything else beside that. Blade Runner, the final cut. I've only seen this movie once, and I saw it on Netflix like 4 years ago. And I thought it was an okay movie. It was a little slow for me, but that was the original theatrical cut. I have no idea how this final cut looks. It does have some special features on there. Looks like it's mostly what is that actually? Commentaries? Yes, it's just commentaries. So yeah, haven't watched this version yet, but I got this at Upgrade and Save for like $5, so maybe worth it. I haven't watched this either, and it's also kind of mixed. Cowboys versus Aliens or Cowboys and Aliens. Yeah. I heard mostly good things about this, but it seemed like it might be a middling, kind of a long movie. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I don't know anything about it besides what I saw from the previews, and that it got a lot of. Well, actually, I think it got mostly hate, but I don't know. I'll watch it at some point. Next is the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still. I bought this for $1 at Blockbuster, and it's. I wish I owned the original movie. I've only seen that once, a long time ago. But I've seen this twice now, I think. I don't know. It's okay. It's, if you know the original story, you know the story. The effects obviously are going to be better just by way of being more recent. But anyway. It was okay. Not great. Dead Space Downfall. That is the this is one of the first Blu-rays I bought, actually, and it was around the time that I was playing the original game, and it's not very long. I think it's only like 70 minutes long. Is it? Yeah, 74 minutes. But I enjoyed it. It's if anyone who's played the game, this adheres to the original storyline on the Ishimura during the outbreak or whatever that was of the whatever. I don't even remember. I haven't played this game in a long time, and I played 2, but I never played 3, so I don't know or remember what they're called. Necromorphs, that's what they're called. Anyway, it was good. You can get this for like $8 now, or maybe less. It might be on Netflix. I thought it was well executed. It was pretty gory. But anyway, I feel like I'm rambling about stuff now. Sorry, I got Star Wars Episode 3 on the background here, and I haven't watched that since I saw it in the theater, and it's distracting me. So maybe I shouldn't turn that on. Anyway, District 9. This I really enjoyed when I first watched it. Another one of the first Blu-rays I bought. This was in 2009. Really cool premise, really well acted. I think the budget on this was actually really low, but the CG is pretty good on the aliens or the prawns. Pretty cool premise. I heard they're making a sequel to this, which I feel like is unnecessary, but I guess I'd take a look at it. Let's see here. Where am I? Donnie Darko. I bought this. Once again, I feel like this is one of the first movies I bought. I probably bought this for like 14 bucks. I have never watched it. This Blu-ray, anyway. I've seen the movie before, but never seen the Blu-ray. It's a good movie. It's weird, but it's good. Doomsday, bought it for 8 bucks. For like some promotion during Best Buys, whatever the hell, back in the summer. I think it was for a movie release, but haven't seen it. Looks okay. Dread, which is awesome. I really wish I'd seen this in the theaters. I didn't hear much about this movie when it was released. I heard it was good, but I didn't know where it was playing in my area, and then the next thing I knew, it was not even in the area at all. And I heard it didn't do so well, so I just assumed it wasn't very good. And then it was released on video, and it was great. I really wish I'd seen it in the theater to help promote it, but I hear there's a movement online trying to get a sequel to this. I doubt they will, because this one cost. I think they lost money on this. I'm not sure about that, but I think I did make a review of this a couple months ago. I'm pretty sure. I guess check my channel, but I don't remember. I should have checked that. But I really enjoyed this movie. I recommend people take a look at it. I recommend them buying it if you can. It is on Netflix now, but it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in 3D, but I hear that's good too. But Dread is good. Let's see. Oh, Dune. Haven't seen it. Stars the guy from Twin Peaks, which I'm watching at the moment, which is a weird fucking show. So I don't know anything about this besides it's based on a book, and the movie's kind of long and weird. That's all. The Book of Eli? Oh, I have this in the wrong spot. I was going by Eli. This should have been sooner. This has been in mostly alphabetical order, but I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, Book of Eli. This I wasn't really sure where to put this. If it's more of an action movie or if with sci-fi. It is more of a post-apocalyptic movie, but good movie. It's well acted. It's a pretty cool premise about. Well, I'm not going to say anything because maybe it's more interesting when you don't know what the whole premise is about why people are after Eli. But the twist, or sort of twist at the end, I kind of thought was weird, because I've watched it since and thought, no, they're not really... It didn't make sense to me, but it was still a cool movie. But anyway. I recently bought this, Europa Report. I haven't seen it yet, though. It's gotten very good reviews, and it stars Shelton Copley and a bunch of other people I don't know. I think it was on a pretty tight budget, though, too, so I don't know how the effects are. But it's got good reviews, so I'm hoping it's good. Let's try to move this along here. Ghost in the Shell, the 2.0 version that has the kind of CG scenes, which is kind of lame. It's actually kind of a catch-22 because the quality, video quality is better, but they replace some of the scenes with CG, which looks stupid. The movie itself is excellent. One of the best animated movies, or animes, that I've seen. This is from the early 90s, I think, 94 or something. Doesn't say, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, 95. Very good movie. I enjoyed it. And I also have the sequel, Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence, which was okay. It wasn't as good as the first one. It was interesting. There was a lot less action in this one. But I enjoyed it. I'm glad I own it. This Blu-ray version is out of print. So, I've seen new versions of this go for like 80 bucks online, and used versions go for like 40. I had no intention of selling it though, so anyway, I figured I'd just shed some light on that. But I enjoyed it. The sequel wasn't bad. The first one's obviously better. Where am I? There we go. In Time, haven't seen it. Heard mostly middling things about it, but I liked the cover. It was shiny. I bought it for like 10 bucks. The Island? I'd never seen it before until I bought it for like 8 bucks. It was interesting. Interesting premise about, well, I'm not going to say, because I actually didn't know really anything about this movie when I watched it. other than the rumors I'd heard. And the rumors turned out to be half true, but I was kind of glad that I didn't know anything else. And I wish I'd gone in not knowing anything. But pretty cool premise about this group of people on this like a society living in an island, or living on in a facility that there's like a lottery to get to an island that's like a paradise, and it's interesting. It's a social commentary on, well, probably a lot of things, but anyway. Lockup I got from Blockbuster, I think, for like $5. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard this isn't very good, actually, but the premise looked so cool that I had to get it. Wait, did I say Lockup? I meant Lockout. I think Lockup's a fucking Sylvester Stallone movie. Anyway, Lockout. Guy Pearce and Maggie Grace from The Lost. Or Lost, whatever. This is a good one. Looper was a pretty cool movie from Rian Johnson, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. Pretty cool premise, pretty cool science fiction movie. I've only seen it the one time, and I saw it in chunks, but I enjoyed it, and I recommend it. I don't know if... I know the slipcover's hard to find now. I think I have a second one somewhere. Ignore me. I'm just talking to myself. But yeah, Looper. Looper's a good movie. The Matrix, everyone owns this. I kind of want to get the digibook, but I won't probably double dip for it. I don't like double dipping for movies. This is a good movie. I don't own the other ones because they kind of suck. Men in Black. I saw this in the theater twice, I think, when I was a kid. I haven't watched it in a while, and I haven't watched this Blu-ray yet. But I will at some point. And I don't have Men in Black 2, but I have Men in Black 3, and I have not seen it. And as you can see that it's kind of crossed up there, I got this for like $5 at Blockbuster. I haven't seen it. I heard it was actually pretty good, but I guess I'll find out someday. Minority Report, I am embarrassed to say that I spent like $22 on this when it first came out. Because you could get it for $15 or $10 or even less not long after that, and you can get it online now or eBay for like $4. So lame on my part, but it's still a good movie. Good sci-fi movie. Moon, one of my favorite sci-fi movies. This is such a well-acted and well-told story. Whoa, look at that. I love that shiny cover too. Steel slipcase. Yeah, really good movie. I don't want to say too much because this movie is so cool, and that premise is so neat. So they're so cool and neat. I'm being so descriptive, aren't I? Anyway, it's a good movie. You can get this for pretty cheap online now. I don't think this is on Netflix or anything like that, but this is a really good movie. I recommend everyone check it out. There's only Sam Rockwell is the only actor in the movie besides a couple of extras on a video screen, and then the voice of Kevin Spacey for the artificial intelligence or like robot thing. Very cool movie. And next, I have Oblivion. This is actually, let me show you. It's the regular movie that I think I got from Best Buy, but I just kind of snatched the case from Target because I just like the case. The movie was good. Let me get this back on here. Movie was good, but I think I don't know if I mentioned before, but it does really kind of take from a lot of other movies. It's very pretty. It looks good, and the story was alright, but it was not that original. But anyway, it was pretty cool. I like the cover. Next, ooh, this is a good one. This is actually almost a horror, sci-fi horror. And it's Pandorum. I've only seen this once, and I really should watch it again. It's about a crew that wakes up after like hypersleep for like 100 fucking years, and some crazy shit's been going on while they were sleeping, and they've got like temporary amnesia, and they don't know what's going on or who they are, and there's some twists and turns in there, and it's actually pretty gory at times with the fucking like creatures that are in the movie, and oh, I'm just not very descriptive today, but Pandorum was a really good movie, really cool, very Very creepy, actually, at certain points, and like I said, very gory at others. But this is definitely verges on a horror movie, but I kind of stick it in a sci-fi because it takes place in space, so obviously that's how I do things. Paul, I watched this once on like Showtime or something, and I enjoyed it, so I bought it. I haven't watched it since, but I thought it was pretty good. It seemed pretty funny. Not as funny as like their other movies, Simon Pegg and them, but it was good. Predator, this is more of a action movie, honestly, but the Predator character comes from space, so I kind of stick it in sci-fi. I don't remember if this is the bad version or not. Is this the bad version of Predator? I don't know. I haven't watched it since I bought it. I paid like $8. It's a good movie, obviously. Get to the chopper. Oh, yeah. Predators, which wasn't awful, but wasn't great either. But yeah. Wasn't bad. I wish I had the slipcover, but whatever. Next is Prometheus. This is the 3D special edition with the extra bonus disc that has the 3.5 hours of of documentary talking about the making of the movie, which is pretty cool, actually. After watching it, I found to be more interesting than the movie itself. Even though I do like the movie, the documentary is really cool. I recommend anyone who wants to buy the movie to pick up this version so you can get that disc. But it takes place in the same universe as Alien, but I really don't think it's a sequel. If anything, it's a prequel, but a very, very, very loose prequel. Not until the very, very end do you even get like a hint of where it's going, and I'm not really sure where it's going. But I like the movie. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I really don't like the other movies. I've only seen the first one, and then like Beyond the Planet of the Apes, which is like the 4th one. So this is technically the 6th movie in the series, but this one was the most interesting to me. It was well acted. The CG was great. I thought that actually Andy Serkis, who played Caesar in the movie, was very, very well done. I don't think did he get a special or any credit for that? I don't think he was nominated for anything. So anyway, sorry guys. Once again, I'm kind of getting caught up in the movie over here. And I should not have started that when I started this. Anyway, I enjoyed this movie. It did get pretty high praise, I think. I wish I'd seen this in the theater. I bet it would have been cool. But I like this movie, and I'm looking forward to the sequel, which I think is the Rise of the... I don't even know. Revolt of the Planet of the Apes? I'm not actually sure what it's called, but I will watch it. Sorry, guys. I'm meandering a little bit here. I'm almost done, though, so bear with me. Safety Not Guaranteed. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought it was pretty cool. I wish I had waited to buy this because I bought it for like $15, and then the week after that it was on Netflix, and then like a month after that it was in the Best Buy Save Station for $10. So sometimes I just gotta wait for movies. I need to learn how to do that. But anyway, Safety Not Guaranteed. And A Scanner Darkly. I bought this very early in my movie collecting days. It's a good movie, but I have not watched it since. It's an interesting movie. I like the art style. And although, well, yeah, it was pretty cool. I bought it for like $8. Andy K. Dick. Or Philip K. Dick. Andy Dick? No. No, it's not. Alright, last pile here. The Sixth Day. Good art flick, very cool, like cloning type movie. Neat. Serenity, awesome sort of finale to the Firefly series, because obviously anyone who knows about that knows that Firefly kind of got ended abruptly. But this served as a decent ending to the series. It was a good movie. But you know, the whole thing as a whole was pretty cool. Let's see, this is the standalone, like 2 episodes tied into one movie, which is the Best of Both Worlds, Star Trek Next Generation. I bought this because it was like $8, and it's got a cool case. And I'd never seen the episodes before, or not in entirety. And I've got Star Trek, the first what do you call it? The initial release, the 3-disc or 2-disc special edition. I think it says 3-disc digital copy special edition with the cover that looks different than the whatever. Blah. I like this movie. I never saw it in the theaters, but I always thought it was kind of a little funnier than I expected it to be. But I enjoyed it. And of course I have the sequel, Star Trek Into Darkness, which on retrospect I enjoyed when I saw it in the theater, but I think I like the first one better. And this is the Best Buy exclusive cover, but I have the Target exclusive because I'm just that way. I did kind of what I did with the Oblivion, but anyway. Stargate, awesome movie. I haven't watched it since I bought it, but I remember loving that movie. Sunshine, really cool post-apocalyptic sort of movie about the sun dying out and having to like kickstart it so the world doesn't freeze, which is cool. Super 8, with the obviously with the slipcover. I remember thinking that this was a weird cover, but it's like a landscape, which looks weird. As you can see on the cover here, you see the whole thing, like on the correct way. But I always thought this was weird. Anyway, this is actually a bit more like coming of age movie, maybe even an adventure movie, but it does have a sci-fi element to it, so it kind of gets stuck in my sci-fi collection. It was a very mysterious movie when it came out, and I remember hearing that the movie wasn't as good as it was promoted to be. But I saw it obviously on Blu-ray, and I enjoyed it. But I haven't seen it since. It was very well. The video quality is very good, and the acting, if I recall correctly, was okay. But yeah, Super 8, not bad, but I haven't seen it since. Surrogates, starring Bruce Willis. This is a cool premise, I thought, having like robots live out our lives for safety. I forget even what it was, but as you can see, I got this from Go Hastings for like $3, but not a bad movie, not a bad premise. It was okay. Let's see if I can speed this up here. Terminator, I have like 3 versions of this that I ended up either giving away or selling or something. This is the good version with the good quality. Yeah. I haven't watched it. I put it in there just to check the quality, and I remember thinking it looked a little better, but I couldn't tell the difference really. But I have the one with the good quality now, so that's cool. And of course, T2, Judgment Day, awesome movie. Nothing to say about that. I have the third one, Rise of the Machines, which I think is underrated. I think it's a decent movie. It's just a little muddling in the end, but I liked it. And I also have Salvation, which I have not seen since I watched it on Blu-ray for the first time, and thought it was dumb, but I should really revisit it again, because I just, I don't know if I can leave it at that. Everyone hates it, and I remember not liking it, but, you know how it goes. I should give it a shot again. I hear they're making a 5th one. Who knows? Now, I think I included this in my horror movies, but since I love it so much, I'm going to include it in my sci-fi too, because it's like a sci-fi horror. And that is The Thing, with the special edition cover, or slip cover, that I got from Metrock? Sorry, guys. I got online. Really cool. I really do like the white, because it's like snow, and it's such a cool cover, and it's awesome. Anyone who knows my channel knows I love this movie. I watch it every year. I did watch it during my 31 Days of Horror, and I'm going to watch it again in the next month or so. Just because I always kind of watch it when it gets to be snowy and shit. But awesome movie. Awesome remake, technically. Yeah, great. Great movie. I have the remake / prequel as well, which I really did not mind. I thought it was okay. A good interpretation of what happened before. Or at least a okay interpretation. Not bad. But obviously not as good as John Carpenter's. Total Recall, the mind-bending edition. This is a upgrade from the initial release that had kind of middling video quality, but still not terrible. But this is a good movie. I did try watching it when I first got it, and then I kind of just started doing other shit, so I forgot, or I was not paying attention. But I need to watch it again. It's a good sci-fi movie. Very cool. Schwarzenegger movie. Probably my favorite Schwarzenegger movie. Honestly. Almost done. 2 left. And this is the average to shitty remake, and it's so weird. This is just one of those movies that did not grab me. There's so much going on screen, but I just could not give a shit about the characters. And the damn lens flares were just amazingly annoying. I couldn't believe it, actually, when I watched it, like how annoying it was. But anyway. Last one. Westworld. I watched this like a couple weeks ago, and I was actually kind of disappointed. It was okay. But, you know, takes place in whatever. It was okay. I enjoyed it for what it was, but interesting concept. Anyway, that's it, guys. That took way longer than I expected to. It took about as long as my horror one did, but I will have an update on the pickups for this week. I did do another order from Go Hastings, so I'll have stuff for that for at some point this week. Once again, though, the next few weeks are going to be busy for me while I finalize stuff for my job. I have been pretty vague about what I do, but I have also said a couple times that I do work at Best Buy Corporate, and I work on the ad, and I'm working on the specific ad that you guys are waiting for, which you'll probably see in a couple weeks, or less, actually, but final touches are going into it, and then just finishing up other shit. But anyway, enough about my shit. Thanks for watching.